So let's take a look. Nice. The Ace of Cups and the Magician card. Well, they both feel like they're raising your vibration or raising you higher, Aries. I feel a bit of, with this hand coming off of the water, holding this wonderful cup. This is about what's making you happy, and joyous, and could be relationships. It could be the work that you do that you love. Ace is new beginnings in that, and the Magician is creating your own destiny. So I feel like a lot of you Aries are going to get a power boost, and maybe it's coming from, sitting back and really looking at how you can manipulate things, and I don't mean in a bad way, but I mean for yourself. It's also going to be opening up your heart to what really makes you happy, as well as the people right around you. That's going to be important for you. So think about your immediate self and those you love who are have expectations, but not unreasonable expectations of you, because I feel like that there's a lot that can be given to them. From this hand is the Magician. So basically this is saying when you create a new destiny for yourself, Aries, I feel like a lot of you, I will say this, because of the cards that have been drawn and a couple other things that I have read in the meantime, excuse me, I've had a bit of an allergy thing going here in Austin, that a lot of Aries are really, you guys have been through a lot. Some of you have really been through a lot. So some of you are having to rethink so many different platforms in your life, whether it's the work you do, how you do it, what's going on in your life. So that's the question I would ask around this Magician, is how can you see and picture your life, visualize your life in a really totally different scenario. There might be some obvious foundational things that stay the same, but I really see a lot of you Aries just sort of opening up your heart space to others. I know that a lot of you are very independent and you are very good at focusing on yourself, but I feel like this is kind of opening up to other people, and this is where this Ace of Cups come in. But I feel like you're still going to be the benefactor as well as those around you if you do that. Open your heart. See what other people need, especially if you're in a business or if you're in sales or if you're a manager of a team. Whatever you do, it could be you're a parent. Open up and see what other people need. I kind of feel like you're going to create a really nice new destiny. We've had a lot of astrological things going on. We've had, the moon in Pisces, and that was very Neptune-ish. And then we have a full moon at the end of Libra, and that is about relationships. So take these next 3 weeks and look and see how you can help improve others. This is just one suggestion. Help and improve others' lives. Therefore, that will improve your life. Maybe. Just think about it. Like if you're a maker of a technology microchips. I'm just saying, that's pretty animate or inanimate, isn't it? How can you apply this or market this towards people who are that will make their life better? Or if you have a furniture store, what can you do to make others want to come in and purchase your furniture? I'm just saying anything that you do in your life. You may be a coach, you may be a therapist, just saying any of these things. All right, let's see. That's really a nice sign. It's a sign of you all coming into your own and making your heart sing. What makes your heart sing? By creating this new path for yourself. See, he has the sword, the cup, and the pentacle, and the wand. So he has everything he needs. And there's the figure 8 for infinity. All right, nice. Okay, Aries, I'm so happy to see you all having a good spread, quite honestly. Well, this is you all right here. This is the Ace of Wands. And this can mean the birth of a baby, the birth of a new company, your own rebirth. This can cover many different aspects. Look at this. You have 2 aces. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings for Aries. I'm loving this. I think that by the end of April, you guys are going to be feeling pretty good. Pretty good. Some of you, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Watch your rising and moon if this doesn't apply. But, to me, this feels like one of the spreads that you're going to need to watch again towards the second week in April. So, because we have new beginnings, and we have the Magician, which is creating a new destiny. So it's not like this is going backwards. This is kind of pushing you forward, or not pushing, but encouraging you. Let's put it that way. So anything that feels like it's been grounded because of Mercury, just wait until, towards the middle or end of April. Now, I think it may become ungrounded. In the meantime, you're working on what you love, and there's new beginnings in that area. This may be about a relationship. It could be. And this is about your passion, what you create in life, your work, it can cover many different things. Like I said, babies. Okay, so the first visual I'm getting is what we would call a Native American with his full headdress. So this would be like either the shaman or the chief, really the chief, right? So that would mean that the visual very much looks like someone coming into their own power. And I feel like that's what a lot of you Aries are doing. I feel like things are changing for you. They're changing for all signs. So for Aries, you're used to making your way through life by doing your own thing and not really having to rely on anyone else. I think the way to do this differently to where it's going to feel more comfortable and be as abundant is to communicate with others. You'll still make your own mind up. You'll still, not only that, you'll still drive yourself. No worries, Aries. But it is about, how can I do this differently? How can I be there for other people? This will make you stand out. Definitely make you stand out. Well, for your totem animal, I'm getting a polar bear, which looks like a polar bear to me. It's a white bear, so you all may want to look up bears and see, bear means strength. I mean, I think of a bear and I'm like, wow. And I said polar because, like I said, it looks white. And you have, any of you in the Canada area, I feel like that may be particular for some of you. Other than that, you all look up what bear means, totem bear animal. Okay. Excuse me. Lots of nice rainbows and inclusions in this particular crystal that I'm seeing for you all. And the inclusions are I'll show you see how there's the sort of breaks inside the crystal? Well, that's where I get my visuals. And so I keep turning the crystal until I get a nice visual. So for you all, I'm seeing a lot of really nice, which almost look like sheaths of ice, sheaths of an iceberg. Very bold, big, and beautiful. I don't know why this feels it doesn't feel like a cold reading. I said polar bear and I said ice. It's not that so much as it feels large, expansive, powerful, strengthful. Okay. All right, so let's add up the cards. Well, this will be pretty easy because we have 1 and 1 and 1, so 3. All right. But 3 in numerology is all about joy. It's all about expressing what you want. Creativity. 3 life paths, or if you're born on the 3rd or the 12th or the 21st, put that in the comments below. or if you have a 3 life path, you're all about expressing. So that would be great for some of you Aries. Maybe you've held things in. Maybe you feel like you've had to be the strong one. Might be a good time to feel strength and your own power, like I said earlier. Well, this is 2 cup cards. The 2 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Pisces had this too, but two different cup cards. So the 2 is about relationships and working with someone else, negotiating, being diplomatic. It can represent a love relationship. It can, or it could be you and a business partner, you and a friend, compadre, something to do with that. But I feel like there's some coming together of minds, and I think that you all really needed that, or at least the foundation for that is there. So it's how you use it. It's interesting. The next card is the 4 of Cups, and this usually represents to me, you're given. I'm going to use my wand here. You're being given a blessing of joy and great feelings. The cup is straight up. You have 3 cups that are full, but you're like, no, I don't think so. There's something more to life than you want. And to me, oftentimes it's the feeling of being more creative. Now, that doesn't always mean painting and all that. It can mean using your talents in a creative or mindful way, your abilities, your vision. Right? So there's something that sort of starts to come together, but you're still not satisfied, but it could be with this outcome or this union, or it could be that, I'm just ready to create something new for me. All right. And it's interesting because this always reminds me of the medical symbol. So it could be that if you all have had health issues, in any of that, maybe someone's helping you out with getting better, feeling better, doing what you can, Tai Chi or something or taking herbal supplements, probiotics, that could also be. But there's still more you want in life. Don't we always? But let's see what the energies in May look like. Another cup card. So now we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have a nice financial card. This is the 6 of Pentacles, and of course the Pentacles are about usually our money. It can be about our health as well. So interesting, 3 cup cards. So it's about your emotions. I think some of you may get a proposal, and it could be of marriage, but it could also be of a couple things. It could also be employment. It could be an offer to any type of offer. An offer that just makes you feel better. And I don't mean just physically, just in your heart you're starting to feel better. The Knight of Cups is facing this 6 of Pentacles, and this is the generosity card. So maybe someone is offering and they're being generous with you, or it could be you with others. Maybe you're wanting to say, hey, let me do it differently. Maybe if I give to others, which I know a lot of you do, then in return I'll receive abundance. And abundance comes in many forms. But I do see this card really strikes me as someone who's gallantly wanting to hand you what you don't have here. Okay, so makes me really want to look at the transition card, or the energies that are behind the scenes. Let's say it that way. The 9 of Rods. Okay, so this represents fire signs because it's rods. And the 9 represents this particular suit having to stand up for yourself. Totally. You can see how he's been through battle here, physical, mental, spiritual, and he has his 9 rods, and he's really protecting what he has, what is his, and he's standing guard over his messages, his work, his passion, and I say he or she, you know that. Okay, so this is what's going on behind the scenes, standing up for yourself. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at the sphere and see what comes up for Aries. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Remember, this is for Sun, Moon, or Rising Aries, and if these messages do not resonate, then watch your Moon and Rising signs, as I always say. Okay. These are general readings as well. Okay, so when I look at the crystal, I see what would represent in the tarot cards as either the Hanged Man or the Hermit. It's the Hanged Man because remember, he's hanging upside down to get a different perspective on things. But it also looks like the Hermit upside down. So, it might be a couple things. It might be that you're wanting to gain a different perspective, different enlightenment. How can you approach it, whatever, differently? And the Hermit would be self-actualization. It would be, taking some time out to realize what internally, what's inside of you that you're really wanting to actualize. So that's interesting. So that in a way, if it's in reverse, then it means maybe you've done that, or maybe you need to do that, and you're just haven't done it. But for some of you have, and you are. Okay. All right. Well, I see some of you, or the indication of, let me say it this way, because it's someone sitting in front of a crystal ball. It is what this looks like. So you might be getting readings from people like me. You may do readings. You may want more information, or readings a lot of times are validation, and we kind of help validate that, yes, this is the right path to go on. So you may be doing something like that, or into crystals. Because I'm seeing a woman, and it could be, indicate either, but holding a crystal. Okay, anything else I'm wanting to get a totem animal for Aries. Anything for Aries? Oh, a hawk. Wow. This is a hawk. So you may want to look up what the totem meaning for hawk is. They see from a higher view. So maybe that's what you've been doing, is you kind of want to look over things, any situations in your life, and look at it from a higher angle. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add up the cards. We have 2, and we have 4, 6, and 9 is 15, 16, and 6 is 22. 16 and 6 is 22, yes. 22 is a master number in numerology. It does add up to 4, but when we keep it to the original numbers, 22 is connecting, being a person that's connecting with others. It's a master builder. So maybe you're rebuilding your life, or you're doing a different building, and I say this in a real abstract way, you're building your house differently, your soul, your spiritual life, your work, your whatever you're doing. And unfortunately, there's not a 22 in the major arcanas. It goes up to 21. But that's okay, because the 4 is the Emperor card. And so the Emperor card represents a boss, authority. I feel like this has come up for you all before. Anyway, a boss, authority, the courts, judge, anybody that has, authoritative type of personality. Government, it might be that here in the U.S., filing taxes, so maybe it has to do with that. This can be an archetypal father figure too, and it also can be a Capricorn, so you may want to think about any Capricorns, you may also want to think about anyone that's passed into the spirit world. Sometimes this can represent someone, a father figure, or someone that you were close to, that would be older than you. That's my feeling. And that they're in your life. They're helping guide you, whether you obviously understand it or not. Okay.